Welcome to Apocalypse, Mr. Manheim.
Who are you?
Your new lord and master. You may call me.
You're listening to Dark Side's Couch. This is Mike.
Hey, it's James.
I'm Shée.
The comic we're doing is Kona escapes from the giant litter box.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of about dinosaurs. It's kind of a dinosaur thing.
Oh, yeah, and it's Septembersaurus.
It sort of is. Yeah, I mean, listen. Who cares, nerd? We're going to do what we want to do here, right?
There's dinosaurs. Like, a giant cat is a dinosaur. It's said.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I'll go with that. Who's going to tell me no?
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm living my
Joe
truth.
Biden.
we don't know what the fucking dinosaurs look like.
I mean,
Yeah,
Joe
right,
Biden
right.
regulating my imagination.
Everything
Yeah, we
Jurassic
don't know.
Park taught us was wrong. They're putting them bones together. They don't know. Nobody knows.
It's fucking guessing. It's like a Lego set.
It should say in the museums when there's like a brontosaurus or a T-Rex, it should say, "Here is the T-Rex, we think."
Or like a little drawing of just guy like holding his arms
Yeah,
up.
because what else is he
I
gonna
don't
do?
know. Fuck.
What's he gonna do, right?
I just thought this was fun. I just want to play with bones. I don't know.
Did you say that's 100% what dinosaurs were assembled? You're a fucking liar because you don't know.
Didn't we fuck that up about brontosauruses for like 30 years?
Yeah, and then they brought him back.
And then they were like, oh, no, guess what? We were right the whole time. Which
like,
makes me look like a fool for all the times in elementary school that I argued with kids that Brontosaurus didn't exist.
Right, they were right. You're a dumbass kid.
There's a great little bit from Drunk History about this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that you should check out.
Okay, do that on your own time, listeners. We're not giving you any hints.
And we're gonna play it all right now.
Yep, I'm going to put it in right here. No, it's not there. You thought it was going to be there, and it's not.
So this comic is about like we don't know what happens, but when we jump in, there is a family on an island with a caveman. And
Yeah.
they're like he's like a friend of the family.
It's like the Swiss Family
like their uncle.
Robinsons and Tarzan are on the same island.
Yeah.
And I guess at some point a giant house cat ran into their camp and snatched up their kids.
Yeah.
Well, if
This is
that happens in another book.
I mean, we were thinking about doing some dinosaur books for an abbreviated version of Septembersaurus, and I picked this out and said, hey man, there's some dinosaurs in this, but we shouldn't do it because it's not really a dinosaur book. And both Shée and Mike said, no, we're doing it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got a little bit of dinosaur content, close enough, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. What does matter is a couple things I want to hit before we get into this very exciting public domain comic book, though. Number one, first off, I don't know if either of you guys saw this. I don't know if you looked at the Facebook page, but first off, a friend of the show, Art Parker, he sent us something. He sent us a little something fun.
Oh.
All right, a little audio clip. So this is unlike all the pictures that we get that we put on YouTube and nobody can fucking hear. We can actually listen to this. So listen to what little thing that Art Parker made for us. Listen to this.
Howdy, friends. I am Hank Hill, and this is Dark Side's Couch.
You like that? You like that? So we don't have to pay Mike Judge for the cameo anymore. So we don't. So I want to play it again because it's interesting because the voice generator seems to have no issue getting Hank Hill to say Dark Side's Couch, but it really struggles with saying Hank Hill.
Hank Hill.
So let's here we go.
Howdy, friends. I am Hank Hill, and this is Dark Side's Couch.
Just couldn't
That's
find
pretty
the audio.
good.
Couldn't find the audio of him saying Hank Hill.
It's just as good the second time.
So because of this, thank you, Art Parker. That's amazing.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Art.
buddy. He said he had to massage it really carefully to get him to say couch correctly. So
So
we did some
like
work.
this resource now, we need to do Kickers Incorporated immediately, right? Because now that we have
saying
this,
Magna Conte.
yes,
Magna
yes,
Conte.
and pretty much like the soundboard could be nothing but Magna Conte saying things.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
not a bad
goodness.
idea. That
I thought you were
going
gonna say it can be nothing but Hank Hill saying Magna Conte.
It could be that as well. Just every few minutes, just hit the button. Oh
Next
my
time-
goodness! What a
next-
wonderful gift. Thank you,
Yes,
Art Parker.
Thanks,
Thank
Art.
you.
Yeah, next time we do a Kickers, we're going to use that tool, and I guarantee you there'll be some Hank Hills on the soundboard there. But yeah, that was great. Thank you.
I didn't know he sent us that, but I did see the website where that came from,
Yeah.
and I sent him a personal message thanking him because I'm like, man, this is going to make my life so much easier for
Yeah,
so many
shit.
different things.
Well, eventually, and this actually might even exist where you can just use a filter, like a Hank Hill voice filter, and just say whatever you want
That's great.
I think that might already exist, honestly.
All right, let's look into it.
Yeah, we'll look
And
into
then we'll
that.
become a Kickers exclusive podcast.
We've got, I think, 9 more issues of Kickers to do. Have we done 3 or 4? Because there's 12 total.
We've done 3.
I think we've done 3. But
So
we'll
we
do
just have
another.
to. So how about we'll do them all, and then we'll do them again. Except we'll start at number 1 and on, and we'll do it
I'm
in the
sure
right
it's-
order this time.
One of these days it's going to make sense.
Yeah.
The second thing I wanted to hit was our friends Jay and Nicole Miller. They sent us these images, and this is something you do have to check out, like the Twitter or the YouTube version of the podcast for. They sent us a couple of images that Jay made. He's also made our now iconic logo, and he sent us a couple of animations of our good buddies, friends of the show, Joe Rogan, and
That is not Joe Rogan, though.
That's not Joe Rogan?
No, that is a monkey that has ripped the face off of Joe Rogan and has put it on himself.
I told them on Twitter to actually send this to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and
I'm
no
sure he
success
would.
yet?
I'm sure he would dig it. If maybe they'll spotlight his art.
Yeah, and then we can funnel that over to the Dark Side's couch.
Oh man, that's what do they call it? Opportunistic. That's good thinking.
We get the Joe Rogan shout out. You get the Joe Rogan bump.
Uh-huh.
Who cares if I have a problem with him ideologically?
Yeah, then we can go on the show and you guys can eat crow for talking shit, and now you have to go on it and talk to the man.
I will say he did say something not
I'm sure-
boneheaded.
I did see that. I was going to say, yeah, because there's nobody that's gone on Joe Rogan and told him that you're fucked up, man.
You
Who
guys
has
are
done
gonna be
that?
you guys are gonna be all mad about being problematic, and I'm like, bro, I started doing this because of you. I love you.
I'll give him a little credit because
I'll probably just keep talking about news radio.
the founder of the Babylon Bee went on and they talked about abortion rights, and Joe Rogan actually was being the level-headed one and said that rape and incest is a pretty good case for allowing abortion. Of course, he had to, because this is how shitty of an arguer Joe Rogan is. He had to go to an appeal for a motion and mention his daughter. And say if my daughter got pregnant at 14 or whatever, that's shitty argument.
Well,
Like, even when you're right, you're wrong.
whatever motivates you. I don't care how people get to certain conclusions.
But it's a poor argument when you're trying to convince other people because it's a fallacy. It's an appeal to emotion. But anyway, Jay and Nicole sent us a great picture of Joe Rogan as an ape man. He's got a bong. He's got a kettlebell.
He's got a what? He's got a what?
He's got a what now?
He's got
doesn't
a
have a
bong? No.
He's got a
What do
bong.
you think a
What do you-
bong is?
Yeah,
I'm
what's
looking at a lot of things. All right, I got a stream deck here. I got a microphone. I got a lot of things I'm trying to juggle here. Mike's got a camera for the first time so I can see him. I know it's not a bong. It's a little wrapped up Cheech and Chong blunt. That's what he's got going on.
It's like how my mom would describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? So
You're
what? I got other
we're
things to
just,
do with
we're
my
just
day.
enjoying how fucking adorable you are, bro.
You
I'm
are
an
pretty
adorable
adorable
person. I'm
when
an
you talk
adorable
about the
person.
weed.
When I talk, the laser lettuce for sure. But that's a cool picture, and he also sent us this Alex
laser
Jones
lettuce.
one. Yeah, the laser lettuce. I know.
That's fucking awesome.
I
I've
know
never
drugs.
heard that before.
I know
Dude.
drugs. And he also
I love
sent us.
smoking
You and
laser
you.
lettuce.
Yeah.
This-
I love my jazz cigarettes.
All right, I gotta take this off the screen so you guys stop talking about that. And then he also sent us this cool Alex Jones one that is after the famous. Was it Spider-Man issue 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's spinning, but it said it's Alex Jones, and he's got a Q on his shirt. There's a little gay pride Kermit up in the corner.
Yeah. Well, marvelous frogs, because the frog. We're gonna make
Yeah,
the frogs gay.
The frogs. He always, Jay Miller always sticks a lot of little subtle things in that I don't catch at first, and they're really cool to look at them. Like I see all the people in the background with pitchforks and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So check those out on the YouTube or on the Twitter. Those are really, really cool. Thanks for sending us those things.
Always. I really enjoy the spittle coming out of Alex Jones's mouth.
Yeah, look at
That
him
dude
go.
was selling his supplements and shit while on trial,
Yeah.
while speaking on the witness stand.
He needs it more than ever now.
Yeah. And not that they need it, but local podcast plug for Knowledge Fight, all about Alex Jones.
Oh.
They're great. And
Whoa.
yeah, they've been getting a lot of press right now, as they should be. It's a very, very good podcast. I don't know these guys. This is not a hype up or anything like that in terms of
Friends of the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not friends of the show. It's just a very good podcast that is by chance relevant at this moment.
I'm not trying to rationalize anything. I'm just, I have a question in my head, right? So we're supposed to understand that Alex Jones is like a huge fraud, right?
I suppose I've taken it that way. Yes.
Okay, but he was right about Epstein and that island.
It's sort of a broken clock thing, is it not?
He was called crazy for that, for decades, and it turns out he was right.
Well, and who was it? The Johnny Rotten pretty much got canceled because he tried to tell people about Jimmy Savile.
Yes, right. Good example.
Like, again, it doesn't, just because you're a shitty, terrible, no good person, it doesn't mean you're not right occasionally.
What did Johnny Rotten do?
No, I mean in Alex Jones's case.
Well, I think if you spend your career saying clearly false, inflammatory shit, and then you actually are right about something, guess what? People aren't going to believe you. It's the
Yeah,
boy
but
who
that's a
cried
big
wolf.
one, though. That's a big deal. That
Well,
affected
he was also
a
not
lot
the
of
only one that
people.
said that.
I mean, that's where I heard it because I used to listen to Alex Jones in the '90s and early aughts, and that was
There was
one
a
of the
90s?
like late
I
'90s.
don't remember a 90s. I
That's
don't
when he
remember any
like
90s.
broke into Bohemian Grove and took the footage of the the cremation of care and
Bro,
whatnot.
I was born in 2002, bro. I don't know anything about any of this.
Yeah, right. Aren't you the
Anything about
oldest?
that.
I think James and I are pretty much the exact same age.
Well, like on the inside? No, I'm the youngest at heart for sure.
And James just looks 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
James looks 10 years younger than all of us.
Staying off that blunt, staying off those bongs.
Staying off the laser lettuce. That's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for the artwork. And if anybody who's hearing that right now, if you send us your art, we'll act like it's just as good. It won't be, but we'll pretend it's just as good.
Jay
and we'll-
Miller's hard to top, that's for sure.
He's great. He's set the bar very high. But you know what? We have no scribbles about it. So if you want to show your mom a podcast where strangers are calling you a genius, we'll give it to you. It'll be
Yeah,
our little secret.
Yeah. Well, it won't be a secret because you're going to tell mom.
Well, we won't mention that episode. We'll just.
She's
we'll
got
just
a
be
big
praiseful.
mouth.
Yeah, she does. So that's the second thing. And the last thing before we can finally get into this is Civic TV.
Yeah, we're either if this
So-
drops, we're already going to have been there.
We will have already done it, but it should be archived somewhere.
All right, yeah. So you go to YouTube, Civic TV 83's YouTube, and there's going to be our interview somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put a link on there. I'm sure there'll be a link on Twitter or whatever.
In the future.
Sometime in the future. So we're gonna be recording that later. All three of us. Our first time doing an interview.
Speaking
Yeah.
from the past.
And
James
yeah.
and Shée didn't trust me not to be a total train wreck. So they're
Yeah,
coming
even
with
though it
me.
hasn't happened yet, I'm going to take this opportunity to apologize for what Mike said about the Jews.
You
Does
don't
not
apologize
represent
for any of the
podcast.
things I say on the show normally. What's the difference?
Yeah, I'm more directly tied to the things you say here. for
Yeah,
sure.
can I just
Yeah.
now, can I just be as horrible as I want anywhere I go now?
Yeah, people can see the shock on your face this time.
Yeah, they're going to get to
As
see
Mike
us.
says these things.
With my own too. The horror of having to explain myself later on.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to be accountable. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that, and it'll be nice, and people can see our faces and things of this nature. Right? All right. All right. I think that's all the house cleaning I had to do.
Yep.
All right, get on with
All
this.
right.
Except for that spill you guys had to clean up for like an hour.
Yeah, I had a spill. We had to delay recording because
James is like, I spilled some colored water.
I
He's
spilled
all
my
upset.
Meow.
His hands were shaking. The quiver
It was
in his
pretty
lip.
bad. When first of all, I said this before, but before we were starting to record, but it's true. Like you spill something, you feel like a child because only children should be spilling things. Adults don't spill things. That's fucking childish.
The worst part about spilling is like the initial.
I don't know what to do when that happens. The terror takes over. I don't
No,
know.
you just
what to
clean
do.
up. That's trauma from your parents yelling at you or hitting you for being clumsy.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because who cares?
On the flip side of this, I'm super clumsy just as a human being. And so, like, I if anything's colored in my house, I pretty much drink it with a lid and a straw because of this issue.
I cut it out, but it was either last episode or the episode before. You spilled something while we were recording. Spilled it
I
on my
did.
bookshelf over there.
I did.
Yeah,
My
we
precious
cut it out.
books, nerd.
My books. I pushed up my glasses so far that it just gave me an aneurysm.
Yeah.
went right
It
into my
actually
frontal
didn't get on
lobe.
any of the books. It got on my shit, but
No
none
one
of the
cares.
books.
There's a lot of books back there.
No one cares. No one cares
No
about
one
your stupid
cares.
books.
No one cares about your things.
I
It's all
care
gonna
about his
deteriorate.
stupid
None
books
of that
because
stuff
I
is gonna
bought
s-
some of them.
None of that stuff is going to survive the coming catastrophe.
Yeah, neither am I. So I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
That's not true. I'm probably gonna stick around. I'm gonna pledge fealty to the giant monster cats or whatever takes over.
Yep.
You guys, I like how he said you guys instead of y'all.
Yes.
You guys,
It's very folksy.
this book gave me some big feels.
It did?
I walked away from this book not feeling good.
Okay.
Was it because every single character in this first story is psychotic?
Yes. I
Because-
walked away from reading this comic genuinely upset.
Yeah. This is.
You were
rough.
genuinely upset. Genuinely?
Genuinely. Like, I was like pouty face, processing, trying to figure out what the fuck this writer has against cats.
There's a dead bunny as well.
I don't believe you. I think this is a bit. I think you're working us.
No, honestly. I almost
That's a lie.
That's a lie, bro. Takes a hit.
I was reading it
I
on
was
the
about
train
to.
home.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to read. You don't want to read this amongst the trash on the train. No.
Yeah, that's trash on the train. You don't want to read by me.
Yeah, you were gonna feel bad no matter what when you got off that train.
I'm
It didn't
gonna
matter.
sit near you and look at you.
You could have been rolling on Molly on that train. It's still gonna bring you down. The sad people that can't walk in a straight line.
No, this
Oh.
comic is just sad. And I'm saying
This
it
is
now
sad.
because I feel like I want to warn the audience. Like,
Okay.
this comic is sad. And then
This
it's
is sad.
bookended by some weird violence.
Yeah, there's.
Just to be contrarian to Shée, I loved
Sure.
this book. I
yeah.
thought it was amazing and genius.
It is a masterpiece.
You didn't say it wasn't sad.
Sad.
Not mutually exclusive.
Come on,
James, as a cat owner,
Yes.
was this book sad?
that cat had it coming. All cats have it coming.
This is a different kind of cat. So my beloved cat Demo, who's in the studio all the time while we're recording here. This is actually the
Mascot
reason,
of the show.
yeah, friend of the show.
Besides Dark Side, obviously.
He what's funny is the reason I wanted to land, since we decided we were going to do this book regardless, I wanted to land this. It's going to drop on September 12th, and I will say on September 11th, 2008, is when Demo, my cat, as a tiny little 8-week-old kitten, showed up crying in the rain at a friend's house as a stray. And on September 13th, 2 days later, I met him for the first time. So September, right around mid-September, is an important part. It's an important anniversary for me and my best buddy Demo.
Oh well, congratulations.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Maybe I'll put a picture or two in the YouTube version. He's an adorable orange tabby. He kind of looks a little bit like the cat that we'll see in this book.
Yes. Let's celebrate by reading a comic about killing a cat.
This artist, I will say, this artist though was working from some great reference material because he got the looks of this cat.
Yeah.
Like this looks like a real fucking cat.
He must have had a cat.
He must have had a cat or a good book on cats that he didn't spill any water on.
I think he fucking hates cats.
Really?
Why?
Judging by this book.
A lot
don't
of
think
cat
this-
owners do hate cats.
I don't think this guy put a lot of deep thought into this.
Well, this is called Kona, Monarch of Monster Isle, issue 5 from I think 1963. Don't have titles for any of this stuff. The closest thing I can find to credits is that the series was plotted by Don Siegel, who I believe created Kona. I could be wrong on that. Scripted and drawn by a guy named Sam Glanswell. And that's all I got for credits.
Kona's also a delicious coffee from Hawaii.
Oh, is that true? That might be true. I don't know anything about coffee.
Yep.
That's how I stay so youthful.
That's how I brown my teeth horrifically.
This is from Dell Comics. In 1953, Dell claimed to be the world's largest comics publisher, selling 26 million copies each and every month.
And then when this didn't work out, they became a computer company. And those computers were as good as these comics.
Dude, you're getting a Dell.
Yeah, what a
Remember
great ad campaign.
Remember that
now.
guy?
For what
Yeah.
a horrible for a crappy
For
computer.
a garbage computer, but yeah, it got people excited.
Yeah, dude. You're getting a Dell, bro. You could play like Wing Commander. Fuck yeah, dude.
I was just playing solitaire. Oh shit. So yeah, this is another Tarzan knockoff character, but unlike the ones we looked at a few weeks ago, Jojo and Sheena and Zengar, Kona is a dunce.
yeah.
He's bad at this. He also looks
Yeah.
very different in the book than on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, here he's like a young man, and then like, you know, you
He's
get
old.
you get in there, yeah. And his
He's
best
white
He got
friends are
gray hair.
his
Silver
best
fox.
friend's a grandpa.
So Kona, I get the feeling that Kona doesn't know anything about living in the jungle, and he's been faking it till he made it this whole time.
You think he has like a developmental issue, and he's
I
just,
just-
like wearing
I think
rags?
he's like me when I go to work, and I'm just pretending I understand what everyone's talking about.
All right. He's
And,
like he's
they're
like
giving
it's,
me assignments. I don't know what it is.
it's like a Johnny Quest with those two dads.
Yes.
You know.
So
they ramped it up a little bit.
I guess the backstory here is that this plane crashed with some civilized persons in the jungle, and Kona decided to help them. And it's like a woman, her son and daughter, and like the grandpa, who I thought was the dad, but at one point they
Yeah.
announced that he's the grandpa. I was like, where's the dad?
I mean, well,
Yeah, I mean,
might be one and the same.
peaced out.
Maybe it's Kona. Maybe.
this is all an elaborate plot to introduce the kid to their dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sorry, this is your dad. His name's Kona.
He's kind of a loser.
He moved out here because he didn't want to be your dad.
He doesn't know what he's doing. We're gonna have to tell him how the jungle works.
Yeah, here we get a little.
I know what this is.
Little blurb letting us know that giants walked the earth and they had different
Bullshit.
names and.
Okay, so on this image here, there's some different old fantasy characters or whatever.
Sure, there's some
But on the-
shamans and mystic creatures.
Thank you. Yeah, on the left here, the guy with the goatee.
The
That's
guy
just
with
Frank
Twitter
Zappa,
profile
right?
face? Frank
That's
Zappa?
just Frank Zappa, right?
No, you know who that looks like? That looks like oh god, who's the guy? I think he was in The Walking Dead, and then he was in
Tom
Death Stranding.
Savini.
Maybe.
Oh shit! It does look like Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Tom
it looks like
Savini. I was
Tom
thinking
Savini.
of Norman Reedus.
Yeah,
that what I'm
Norman
thinking of?
Reedus.
No, I don't see Norman Reedus. I do see Tom Savini.
I'm friends with Tom Savini's nephew.
Like in real life, or is this a
Yeah,
Twitter thing?
no, in real life.
Can you
Like,
get
we're
us some
friends.
blood packets, some squibs?
I didn't. Yeah, I guess.
That's cool, I guess.
Look it up
I know,
with
it's
some
just
squibs,
weird,
man.
It's just weird. It's just
Yeah.
weird because it's like, there's no way it's the same guy.
Look it up with the squibs.
Zoink. Oh, this is okay. I'm guessing. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, this is like a completely...
I don't want to dox him.
Jesus Christ, were you going to give his social security number? What the hell was that?
Yeah, I have
Oh
it.
shit! Yeah, you mean?
I have
What was
everyone's
it?
social security numbers.
I'm not going to do anything with it. I just have them.
Yeah, I just have them, you know.
That was an old David Spade character on SNL. He worked at a video store, and he would always tell the customers, like, Jeff Goldblum came in here last week. I got his credit card number. I'm not going to do anything with it. Just the weird, like, star fucker guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this first page, I don't understand why this is mentioned. It's just
Because it's just trying to set the mood.
set the mood that sometimes things are big.
Yeah.
All right, sure, I guess. Sometimes big things happen.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. And here's Kona in his 60s.
So Kona, first of all, he's clearly wearing a white wig, and nobody wants to say anything about it.
Kona tired. Kona get up at 4 a.m. every day.
So Kona,
2 p.m. comes around, Kona sleepy.
he's clearly not the most jacked jungle adventure. He's clearly not the smartest one.
He's pretty jacked.
He's got that kind of 1950s.
Yeah,
Tubby-
those
tubby
guys are
and shape.
strong.
I don't know, man. He's got a sword. I don't know where he got that from.
He's played by John Wayne in a white
Yes.
wig.
Long white hair. It's a choice. It's a choice.
I'm Kona the barbarian.
Stupid. So let's see what happens here. So it kind of jumps back and forth in time in a really sloppy way.
I had
Yeah.
to go back and figure out what was going
Yeah,
on.
you gotta. This is an old public domain comic book, so
Yeah,
you
so
know.
don't worry about it. You're getting it for free. We got it for free. You're getting it for free. Shut up.
Everyone involved in this is long dead. They're paying for their sins
Including
in hell.
us.
Yes, we die by the time this ends.
goes
Maybe we
our
got killed in our
October
interview.
surprise.
Maybe
Oh,
maybe it was a surprise. This is
Oh.
just to lure us out, and then they electrocute us through our microphones.
I should have known nobody wanted to talk to us.
Yep.
I should have known that.
Yep. It's our bad. It's a predator. You know,
Tried
got the
to-
predator music in the background playing. Do 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 do.
Try to grow that audience.
Predator just electrocutes us through our microphones.
It's just to work. Just to
This
work.
just sounds like a Leprechauns movie at this point.
Nah, I like Predator better.
Leprechauns? I think there's only ever one leprechaun.
You think
There
they
was.
should-
I accidentally added an S.
That's what they should do though, because of how there's like Alien and
More
Aliens
leprechauns?
and Predator
Yeah,
and Predators.
Predators.
There
Oh,
should
yeah,
be
there
should
leprechauns.
I honestly
but
think
they're
they couldn't
all
afford-
played by Warwick Davis.
I don't think
Yeah.
they could afford two guys or to like duplicate. I don't think they could afford mirrors.
Yeah,
Just
that's
make it
what I
look
want,
like there's
though.
more guys there.
That's the movie they should make.
Do you remember at Halloween when we watched it? Leprechauns in the
Leprechaun?
Hood?
I
No,
never
that
watched
was the
Leprechauns in
4th of
Hood.
July. It wasn't Halloween.
yeah, that
What
was
the
the
fuck
4th
am I
of July.
doing?
Oh,
we
no,
all
we
watched
did. Yeah.
it.
Yeah. We all
And-
got together and watched
Give me a
Leprechauns
hit
in
of the
Hood.
chronic.
Yeah. And we saw zero violence the
Look,
entire
we're-
time we watched the
We're
movie.
not good at keeping to a theme when it comes to holidays.
Why would there be violence? It's a movie about wishes,
Yeah, it's about
right?
some,
Isn't that what the
I
point of
misunder-
Leprechaun movies?
some street
I
youths.
misunderstood then.
I thought, yeah, you find the leprechaun's gold and you make wishes and everyone's lives get better and
Yeah,
leprechaun's super nice.
it's a sequel to Hoop Dreams.
Yeah.
Wait a
Hoop
minute.
Dreams 2 Leprechauns.
In Candyman, does he just give candy?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I've been all wrong.
Yeah,
And he's a bee farmer. What do they call that? No, called the bee
he
farmers.
works. Well, I know a bee farm is an apiary.
Yeah, he's an
know that.
apiarist.
Yeah, he's an apiary. But it's still a horror movie because the candy gives out is candy corn.
Yeah, no, it's all.
horrible.
Honey
I like
flavored.
candy corn.
Yeah, honey flavored candy corn.
I don't know, man. Honey's
Is that a
pretty
thing?
good.
No, it should be though, right?
I'd
you
eat
could
that
just
too.
Dip some candy corn in honey. I mean, I don't really know that anything's stopping you.
You can dip your candy corn in my honey.
Yeah, I bet I can.
Yeah, you can.
All right, uncomfortably moving along. So Kona is fighting. We're not meant to know what he's fighting, but it's clearly a giant cat.
Yeah, it looks
like
like
it's
though,
obvious.
like it looks like someone swung a tree at him.
Yeah. Something swatted a tree down. And then we start getting a little bit of the backstory about what the hell is going on. And it turns out that there was a nuclear testing team, because this was the 60s and that was still a hot property.
Yeah, you got plenty of troops. Just test them on that.
Yeah. So these troops, I don't know why there had to be troops there if they're just testing.
Well, they wanted to see what radiation does to you.
Yeah, and as usual in comic books, it doesn't give you leukemia, it just gives you awesome powers.
Well, all the soldiers probably died.
Yeah, they're probably dead. But this
But
cat
not
was
cats,
fine.
though. That's not how that works.
This cat was fine. So
Yep. So they made sure to endear us to the cat.
Yeah, so the cat was a good cat. It was a ship cat that
His name
got
was
mice and
Amsat.
rats. And then the cat did his job so well, they ditched him.
Yeah, so the remaining scientists, troops who survived, they just decided to leave one day, and they're like, hey, what happened to Amsat, our cat? He's like, oh, he's still back on the island. Fuck him.
Pretty much, one guy's like, what about my cat? He's like, fuck your stupid cat. You're stupid.
You're a dumb person. You should have died in that mushroom cloud.
Yeah. They kept saying in the comic they were looking at mushrooms.
It's a weird
Living
thing. They don't say
mushrooms.
mushroom
Yeah, living
cloud.
mushrooms.
They keep saying living mushrooms. Like mushrooms aren't living.
I
They're
had some-
fucking plants.
I had some living mushrooms the other day, and I went to a White
I
Sox
know they're
game,
not plants.
and they lost 21-5.
The White Sox?
Yeah.
Well, they still got on the game. They got on the
Was
board.
that 'cause
That's the
of
most
you?
important thing.
Yeah, because I ate a bunch of mushrooms, and my attitude forced them to lose. Like, I put out that psychic vibe.
Wow.
Just frowning the entire time.
No, like I had a evil grin of like, fuck this team, fuck everyone around me.
Yep.
And it
That's
got
your
real
Chicago
cloudy.
pride. That's your Chicago pride coming out. Oh, I fucking hate this city and everything in it.
Yeah.
So we see that the cat, who is adorable, looks a little like Demo.
Yep.
So we see that he's just eating things. He's fucking things up. He's having a great time.
And it seemed like that the giant cat killed those two kids. Like it says he just carried off the kids.
Right.
But
Don't they call one of the kids crippled in this?
Do they? I may have missed that.
Maybe the cat crippled him.
Maybe now, yeah. So the giant cat, now we flash forward to the regular time because they just go back and forth willy-nilly for no real reason. And they come back and the cat has attacked Mason and Lily, the kids. And Kona wants to fight it. And the old man says, Kona, no, it's impossible to fight that thing against
And it is
the
the most adorable.
It's the cutest shot of a cat I've ever seen in my life.
This cat just wants love and to play.
Yeah.
Like the cat clearly just wants to play.
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
And the kids are screaming under
And
his
they have to
claws.
hold Kona back as he's foaming at the mouth with his dagger ready to to poke out the cat's eyes.
It's his chance to earn his keep.
Kona kill.
So
He's having flashbacks of giant cat Vietnam.
it's a real war. The government doesn't. Joe Biden doesn't want you to know about it.
Like helicopters are going by and Creedence playing, except all the Creedence words are replaced by cat meows.
See, those were those documents that Trump had at Mar-a-Lago that he was going to release. And they had to break in there. They had to take them.
A very based release.
Yes.
Is that what he said in his statement?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm going to tell everybody about Cat Vietnam. It's a real thing.
Yeah. And behind him is a Creedence Clearwater Revival just stand there and they're like they're
We don't know how. Yeah. What fucking song do we write about this?
There's Nod behind him.
I mean, he's right. He's right. This is all part of the conspiracy. We are held against our will, and we were forced to write Fortunate Son. It was supposed to be called Fortunate Cat, and they said, fucking no, we can't be giving out clues like that.
And then then you hear an explosion, and then an American flag drops behind him, and now it's called American Trump. And then John Fogerty steps back as a giant man-sized cat comes out and sings the song.
It's tough because John Fogerty is like a dyed-in-the-wool liberal Democrat. Like we're really
he's
disparaging
a
him.
Republican. Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm just saying, like, he would take gross offense to us slandering him like this.
Oh yeah,
He's a
I'm not
good man.
slandering him.
Except for that time he got sued for writing the same song over and over. His record label, like, dude, that's the song you released like 10 years ago.
Every band should go to jail for that.
You can't do. Yes. Like Iron Maiden has been in and out of prison for decades.
Yeah, like they wrote that one song.
All right, you gotta stop doing this shit.
And then they made 50 albums of that same song.
Just aren't people gonna notice it's the same song? No, we'll just drop a shitty ballad in there.
I got some Motorhead albums that I dare you to try to find the difference.
Oh, the worst. So yeah, they left the island. We see that the cat is getting larger. And when we see another great montage of him like kind of dancing with the butterflies and the
playing with
various
butterflies
fauna.
and it shows us all the new animal friends this super friendly and awesome cat is making.
Yep, but he doesn't fucks with turtles.
Nope,
He's
doesn't.
got a thing about turtles. Doesn't like them. We're just told like he had a bad experience with a turtle, but he doesn't tell us what that was.
He was molested by the turtle.
Yes. Which is really hard to fall victim to.
And
Turtles
cat's
are pretty.
swatting at the turtle's head.
Like, a turtle is like not a powerful creature.
No.
A turtle is so weak it has to carry its shield with it everywhere it goes.
Yeah, that worked. Look how long it lasted.
Still around, yeah. Some of those tortoises, they live like 100 years, don't they?
Yeah, how come we're not figuring that out?
Why aren't we studying the tortoises?
Like all the time, we hear about these animals that live for a
we
super
do,
long
I'm
time.
sure.
And we're just like, yeah, we should probably figure out how they live so long and do it to us.
You know, you're right, Shée. They probably are, and we're just ignorant and not paying attention.
Yeah.
But it doesn't keep
Hey,
us
you all
from going
studying that turtle immortality?
Yeah.
on. What's going on with the turtles news?
Anybody studying them fucking turtles?
Well,
When are we going to be made into tardigrades?
I mean, I heard that they mutated 4 of them and taught them how to be ninjas.
That's what I
The
heard.
fuck?
And they were fucking awesome, radical turtles.
One was cool but rude.
One was cool but rude. One was kind of a fucking chud, a nerd.
One did machines. He did machines.
He did.
did.
They really gave up on that theme song halfway through.
I hope there was a radical dude.
Cool.
There wasn't.
They were all a little radical.
Unfortunately, he never emerged from his shell and he died.
It was the experimental one. He was too radical.
Hey, what if there was like one super fucked up one that mutated like really poorly?
Yeah, that's why they haven't given us the turtle DNA yet.
Yeah, right.
There's still a risk. 1 in 5, you be mutated.
I wish that there was a scene where they're moving around real fast and they're super excited that they're about to get pizza and then they eat it like how a turtle would eat it really slowly, just like.
That pizza's gonna last a long time though, because you got to let it
Yeah.
sit for 20 minutes to digest. Otherwise, you're gonna think you're not full.
Right, so for a turtle that'd be like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Because they're slower.
that turtle is really making the best of his grocery budget.
What if they were super slow?
They are.
Like, how would they? Like the rat's just making him do drills, and it takes him forever to do anything. And he's just getting frustrated.
Well, that's why Master Splinter is very patient. He has to be.
No, I'll never get my revenge.
They're turtles.
That was the whole reason for that story in the original comics was like he was training them to be murderers to get revenge.
Well, you know, he's got
Sounds like a great
priorities.
kids show.
It says
Let's make it.
Amstel, the cat, eventually I said is Amsat? His name's Amsat, I believe. Yeah, Amsat.
Kitty.
Amsat, kitty boy. He needs at least 50 pounds
boy.
of food a day to survive, just like me.
Because he's giant.
Yeah, well, so am I.
Yeah.
I'm the Amsat of reality.
Demo's kind of a big cat.
Yeah.
What's
He
that? Your
is.
cat's fat as shit, James? I just breaking news.
No.
Breaking news.
Fake news.
James's cat is fat as shit.
No.
Says
Demo's a
eyewitness
lean boy.
Shée.
No.
Nope.
Demo is a lean boy. Lean boy.
Demo eats better than all 3 of us combined.
He eats, I calculated it, and pound for pound, yeah, I spend way more on food for him than myself.
You're simping for your cat, bro.
A little bit. He's a nice guy. Well, the thing is, when you adopt a cat, you adopt any animal, like, I think you're kind of obligated to like bend to them because they didn't consent to live with you.
Yeah,
Like,
you
just decided.
kidnapped them.
You kidnapped them, so the least you can do is try and give them the life that they wanted to have.
Yeah, but then you chop off their genitals.
Well, again, maybe the life I wanted to have. Maybe
They'll
I'm
be
projecting.
calmer.
Well, what else do you want? Do you want them just fucking freaking out all day and not knowing what to do with
Probably
themselves?
shouldn't have pets.
No.
If you have to mutilate the pet in order to live with you, you probably shouldn't have one.
Demo is the only thing I care about in this life.
That's
The
true.
rest
You
of
Some
it's kinda
animals,
burned
though,
down.
like bunnies, if you don't spay and neuter them, they'll get sick.
Oh, you know who says that? Guys who get paid neutering animals.
Veterinarians, we call them. I don't know why you're
I'm gonna call
struggling
them.
with that one.
No, they're called ball choppers, which is also what I call my teeth.
All right.
Woof.
Gross. So then we see. Then we see that AMSAT's really into eating fish, which is don't let cartoons and public domain comic books mislead you. Cats can't eat fish all the time.
Why
It's
not?
not healthy. It's just not healthy. Maybe it's the mercury. I don't know. But fish is a sometimes things for cats. You can't do that. Also, there's no such thing as a vegetarian cat. So stop that shit. They need to eat meat. You
They
don't
have
want-
to.
No
They
one's
have to.
doing that. I heard about that. That's not. No one.
I
did
think some
that.
people.
No,
are doing it.
I actually
Yeah.
did know somebody who wanted to do it and then
Idiot.
got told you can't fucking do it.
You can't do
Yeah,
that.
So this just in. More breaking news from Shée. She knows idiots.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to feed your cat meat. Fine, you get a parakeet. You don't get a
Yes,
cat.
Mike. I know idiots.
You also know.
Mike.
You also know super based people.
Really running the gamut. Also, don't declaw your cats. You're going to give them arthritis when they get older. Can't handle. Yeah.
How are they supposed to murder their enemies?
Yeah, if you can't handle them scratching, here's an idea. Go fuck yourself. You suck at having a pet. Stop
Like
it.
they should be at cats should be at farms. They can go out and kill all the mice they want.
Yeah, they do love murder.
Yeah, right. You're denying them their instinct to kill,
Yeah, I love it so much.
just like my mom and dad did to me.
And yeah, well, you're very well adjusted now.
Yes.
So he starts. AMSAT gets bigger and bigger, and then we have this great panel of him just destroying some sharks.
Yeah, it
those
is pretty
sharks.
great.
Yeah, they fucked around and found out.
They did. And apparently, he calls sharks fish, by the way. In AMSAT's brain, they're just fish, because for him, that's what it is.
Right. How the
And-
cat knows the word fish is weird, though.
Well, the radiation, I guess.
Because if he wouldn't know the
vocabulary
name,
skills.
he wouldn't know. Well, like, he's just calling them all fish, but like he doesn't have if he doesn't know shark or fish,
Right. Well, he absorbed that knowledge.
like there would be no name at all.
Was that the 1,000 apes theory or whatever? Whereas if apes on one side of the planet learn something, the other apes throughout the world learn it, which turned out to be bullshit. That's not real.
Like some people don't have internal monologues. I doubt the cat does.
I don't know. We'll never know.
Do you hear about those
nature's
people
greatest
that
mystery.
they don't have the voice in their head,
Yeah.
like monologuing their life?
Those guys are probably way more productive
Yeah, they are apparently.
because I can't stop doing the monologue.
Yeah,
It's
me
awful.
neither. I'm doing bits in my head nonstop.
Yeah, you only bring the cream of the crop onto the show.
Ooh yeah.
The best of the best, the cream of the crop. So AMSAT,
That guy hates
AMSAT,
Hulk Hogan.
AMSAT fucking, he hates sharks. And the book even says, yeah, we don't know why, but it's super fucked up how much he hates sharks.
He hates sharks like Macho Man Randy Savage hates Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Be a man, Hulk. He wrote a whole song about it.
I did see Shea sent an interview with Macho Man Randy Savage where he talks about crying openly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're Macho Man Randy Savage, you just do whatever you want.
He made crying cool.
Yeah.
I guess so.
He's just filled with. Well, but it's because of how enraged he was, though. Like there wasn't ever a point where he wasn't like 100% enraged. They just happened to have another emotion on top of it.
I don't know. He seems like a pretty laid back guy.
That's like my dad. Like he's always gonna have a baseline of just enraged.
So the book attributes AMSAT's hatred of sharks to cat Satan. It actually says like maybe there's some sort of cat Satan pulling the strings on this. I don't know.
Yep. There's a Satan for every animal. And there's a Jesus cat.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Jesus cat uses its claws on anything because that'd be very destructive and very
Well,
anti-Jesus.
No, they declawed Jesus by nailing his paws to a cross.
They did. They declawed Jesus, and he came back a few days later.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got in the Bible.
Yeah.
He came back, and I said, "This is fucking stupid," and I stopped.
And
reading
that's
it.
why there's so many passages from that tells the same story, like about Jesus. You have the book of John, the book of whatever.
Yeah,
but
you got to pad it out.
But there's one for every animal too.
Oh, so yeah, you know what? I'm beginning to believe these Trump papers. There's a whole Vietnam cat war we don't know about.
Yeah, there's the various animal Jesuses.
Bit of an animal planet, if you will.
All right, if they had Captain Planet and they crucified him, then he would cover everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could get a
So
lot of work
Jesus is
done.
Captain Planet?
Yeah.
He's blue, so we can all get behind him. Nobody can argue about what race Jesus was if he's just a blue guy.
Yep, he doesn't actually do anything, right?
Yeah.
Just like Jesus.
Fine hair, beautiful hair.
Yeah. I think I thought it was supposed to be like grass cut into a mullet.
Oh wow! I wonder if that was the idea. Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be?
'Cause why else would he have hair
Let's
at
look
all?
up. Is Captain Planet's hair grass?
I'm just gonna look up
Or as
Captain
James
Planet.
likes to call it, fuck. What did you call weed? Thunder lettuce?
It's
Lightning
laser lettuce. Thank you.
Laser
Laser
lettuce.
lettuce.
Damn, if I got that right, that would have been really funny.
I didn't look specifically if it were. I just looked up Captain Planet hair, hoping there was an article about that.
No, you gotta be specific. Is it
Grass.
grass?
Is Captain Planet's hair grass? Captain Planet has a long grass green mullet.
Hey, I was
I
right.
mean, it doesn't say it explicitly, but it suggests.
So like he goes to like they cut his hair with a lawnmower.
The weed whacker.
I thought grass was like invasive.
Well, he's a little invasive. He
Yeah,
kinda
he is
shows
telling
up
you to
and
stop polluting.
pushes
You're
things
mind-
around.
You're just minding your business, trying to make some money.
Dude, look, I'm just trying to mine this lithium. I'm just trying to get a business going.
Yeah, right. And that business is lithium slavery.
Like I just let me be. I'm just
That's
trying to
my
exist
metal
in this
band.
world. Lithium slavery.
Yeah, fuck yeah, lithium slavery.
It's like it's got a proggy tone to it.
You know what? I have a friend of mine who's in a metal band, and his band name fucking sucks. And I'm gonna tell him he should change it to lithium slavery.
Yeah. We
Wait, is
dox
it
him, too.
actually fucking like we're fucking sucks?
No, that would be awesome and based
Yeah.
if he actually did that. But no, the band name's terrible, and every time I see him, I tell him that.
Wow.
It bothers me that it exists.
Yeah.
It should
Are
be
they-
lithium slavery. That's
Are they a
fucking
decent
awesome.
band? Is the band okay?
They're like a death metal band.
Oh, okay, so no.
So you like in order to make the music, you need to be like technically like impressive because it's like it's difficult music to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that they're talented in that way.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
How's that?
Yeah, sure. That was diplomatic. So then we come back to current days, and we see that AMSAT has got the kids like under its claw, and they spend a lot of time talking about whether or not they're going to bother doing something about this.
Yeah, like should we just get out of here maybe?
Yes. And the grandpa just says, "Yeah, let's just leave. This is stupid."
We'll just have Kona give you more kids. Yes, Kona. fuck.
Oh, it's snoo. It's pronounced snoo if you watch Futurama.
Bravo.
So yeah, in the midst of all this, while they're sitting around with their horns in their hands, wondering what they're gonna do, a T-Rex shows up.
Yep. And immediately kills the giant cat.
He tries to.
How does that cat survive this?
He-
He
the-
goes
the
right after the
T-Rex
cat. The
yeah.
T-Rex just chomps his belly. And
Right in the
then-
belly.
And then takes him down.
You know, when Demo was a little kitten, he hadn't really been around other cats or anything. So one time he was staying at my friend's house for a while who had a bunch of cats. So that was like his sort of, get acclimated to how other cats behave. And I found out that Demo's method of fighting is to lie on his back, expose his belly, and kick all four of his paws in random directions and just hope he catches something.
That's what my brother used to do to me.
Oh,
That would drive
God.
me crazy. That was a good defense.
Like a turtle that got flipped over on its
Yeah,
chin.
he'll kick you.
He's like, so, I mean, whatever, you know.
Because I was like
Make it work.
technically more impressive. Like I had better hands, but like, man, he would just get on his back, start kicking at me. What do?
Yeah.
I can't do nothing.
Yeah, got long enough limbs.
He's like 6'5".
So,
He's gonna just kick me in the face.
the old man tells Kona like it's one of your pet Tyrannosaurus, and I guess all of them were believed to have died in an ice cave, except
Yes,
this one.
I thought they all died 65 million years ago.
Nope. Well, again, I think Kona doesn't know what's going on.
I don't.
I think Kona is ignorant, but he's the only jungle man they know, so they're just kind of like, yeah, I guess, we need
I
a
feel
guide.
very Kona all the time. Usually ignorant, but enthusiastic.
I'm living a Kona lifestyle for sure. Absolutely. Then the fight between the cat and the T-Rex goes on for a bit, and it looks like
Yep,
the T-Rex
somehow.
is going to win. Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, and never have I been more conflicted than dinosaurs versus this kitty, because I didn't want the dinosaurs to win.
It's still an adorable cat, even when it's bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this cat.
I love how chonk the
I love this
T-Rex
cat
is.
too.
Oh, Chonk, what is the T-Rex? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a chonky boy.
Well, we've never seen them before. Like, this might be what they look like.
Yeah, they could have just had big ass bellies and huge dicks.
Didn't we? I think we might have mentioned it before, but like I've seen a picture of a rabbit skeleton, and it looks nothing like a rabbit.
You guys can't see how big they drew the dinosaur's penis though, but it's enormous.
Oh, it's slamming on the ground for sure.
That's how they heard it. They heard a dragging sound.
That's why the cat is so intimidated. He's got his ears down.
Yeah, and luckily the kids are okay. Here comes Kona coming to get his kids.
Oh, great, Kona, you didn't do shit. Good,
Like,
thanks.
hey guys, look what I did.
All right, so now we know you're completely useless. Great.
He
good
lies
to
to
know.
him, says Kona is responsible for the T-Rex and the cat being natural enemies.
Like,
We're
right,
like,
Kona,
wait,
fine.
you did that? He goes, yes.
Yeah, it was probably me.
And he just no-sells it. He's
Just
like,
in his
"Yes."
mind, he's constantly just thinking, like, dude, I can get through this. I can get
Well,
through
he's
this.
lying about being a jungle man.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a,
versus
he's a
like,
total fraud.
Yeah, he's not a fucking jungle man. He understands and speaks English.
Well, I mean, where'd he get that wig? He's clearly not like.
Someone styled it and shaved his beard.
Yeah, he's from Massachusetts. Like, what
Yeah,
is this?
Dude, his name's Kona. That's the name of an island in Hawaii.
No, this is bullshit, man. You made this up. So eventually, Amsat, the cat, he just runs away. He gives up on
Yeah,
this fight.
because he's fighting a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah,
Fair.
and he just gets out of there because the cat's got, he got smarts.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. I
get
mean,
up-
it's
get out
probably
of there.
smarter than the T-Rex. T-Rex probably wasn't a very smart animal, like my bet would be.
Yeah, the cat's just going to run back to the human camp and knock over all their things.
You know what? This does. Yes. Well, they shouldn't have put it on a table. They shouldn't have put all their stuff on fucking tables. Live on the ground.
It's their fault for putting the cake all the way up on the top of the refrigerator.
This is a good opportunity to remind you guys of the Carnotaurus, who we talked about last year in Septembersaurus, and Shée laughed for like a minute straight when I showed her the picture of the Carnotaurus. It has the shortest arms of any dinosaur. Let's see, I'm pulling it up. I'll put it on the YouTube. It's just
Oh
a
my
dopey looking-
goodness.
Look at his little finger.
He's just a dopey looking dinosaur.
Man, he really wasn't using those.
No, they're just like little tiny flippers on the side of his body.
His body
so
just
cute.
his body just absorbed that. See, like stuff like that. I think they just fucked up putting that skeleton together.
He actually had super long arms.
Something else. That's like okay.
Machine guns.
I'm like, all right. How many of these do they have?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I like to look up how many of this kind of dinosaur did they actually discover. 'Cause
Uh,
if they say just
even know how to
one,
look that up.
I'm gonna say they fucked up.
how many Carnotaurus fossils have been found? Somebody else search for
go.
this. One skeleton. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So they've only found one Carnotaurus skeleton, and they just came to the conclusion that it has tiny little flipper arms on his side.
Bro, that shit ain't real.
Yeah,
It
it
might
is.
be fake.
That fucking shit ain't real, dude. They found one. It was missing bones, and they were like, yeah, he just had tiny
dude.
arms. Fuck you.
I am not going to
Yes, he
keep digging
does.
today.
He has no
Fuck
arms.
you. Stupid. The archaeology isn't real. None of this is fucking real.
It is
Stupid.
hot. It is hot as shit today. I am not digging another foot. Say it's done.
It was shit. Where's his arms? I don't know. Let's just give him little flipper arms. Fuck it.
Like, fuck, man, I am tired.
What if like the guy who discovered it was born with a birth defect and he had tiny little flipper arms and he just wanted to make
Just
it look
makes him
normal?
feel better.
Yeah, like see, me and this dinosaur both have this.
Jimmy Carno. Yeah, that's how he got that name.
Dude, for real though, fuck these people. That's made up. That's
Fuck
called they
archaeologists,
just
yeah.
they like was it the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence or something
Yeah.
like that? Yeah, fuck you. Fuck
You're making
that.
a-
That's not a real fucking
I want to think
dinosaur.
it's real.
You're making a really compelling argument that this is bullshit.
It's bullshit,
I
dude. They
really-
don't know. Nobody fucking knows.
No, that dinosaur's real.
Dude, I saw some like satellite footage of some desert and they compared it to like the floor of an ocean and they claimed that whole area used to be underwater. Nobody fucking knows anything.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, dude, all
I'd like
that
to know
shit's
something.
made up. There's like a bunch of like, these huge structures that no one knows how they were made and no one knows when they were made.
Yeah, and that's why we have ancient aliens.
Yeah, but it's like, can't we just say like, okay, we don't know? Like all those motherfuckers, like we've translated ancient Egyptian. No, you fucking didn't. You didn't at all.
Well, I think you can come to a reasonable conclusion.
how do they
like,
know?
I
They're
don't
gonna
know.
go back in time and talk to ancient Egyptians?
Because
get it
they-
phonetically correct? Fuck
They
that.
thought they
Fuck
figured it
those.
out, and they got like a good recipe out of one of the things they transcribed. And like, yeah, this is
No.
delicious. We cracked the code.
No. Dude.
Yeah, they just had to create a cipher.
This is the
right?
bullshit
To
that
decipher?
This is the bullshit that fuels all this Alex Jones fucking flat Earth shit. Is because
Science?
when they say, because their argument is there's a religion of science where you're forced to you're expected to believe stuff even when it's most likely horseshit, just because they say it's a historical record of science. If more people just said like, "Hey, we don't know," like I think you'd have less fuel for that fire for these like nut jobs.
No, I don't think so, because then a lot of it gets, when we don't know, then they just go, it's God.
Oh,
Or it's magic. Like, that's why when things like happen where,
It's
you know,
magic.
maggots showed up on meat, they thought that meat bred it, or
no,
it
I'm
was
not.
cursed.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm just saying like we should only say these things are true or false based off of whether or not we know 100%. Or
Well, we
can make
can't know
educated.
100%.
We can make like educated guesses, and that's fine within reason. But that fossil is not within reason. That idea that dinosaur existed just because they have that one is not fucking enough.
Don't you want to live in a world where Carnotaurus exists rather than this bullshit world that we got?
Dude, he's got tiny little floppy arms. That was so dumb. I'm embarrassed for all the people who think that's real.
That's me. I want
That's
it to be
Shée.
real. I think it's real.
And
It's
Shea's
not-
a
it's
lot
not
happier
fucking
than
real.
you, too.
It's
Shea's
not
living a
fucking real.
much better life.
They have one fossil.
So anyway, Amsad is hiding from this T-Rex because now all of a sudden it's afraid, right?
Yeah.
And then the humans go back to Kona's camp and they're super upset because while they were gone, the FBI raided Kona's cave
You know,
looking for documents.
what were those documents? I don't
How
even
many
know
more
what they were.
Mar-a-Lago jokes can we fit in this episode?
Well,
'Cause
in
that was
fairness-
like the fifth,
So here's the thing. Well, I think it was the second, but here's the
at
thing.
least
It's like
the third.
we got a couple episodes ahead, like, and we figured, oh well, nothing hysterical is going to happen. In the
Yeah,
next-
always we say that every time, and then a world-changing event happens.
Nothing hilarious is going to go on, and then the Department of Justice authorized a raid of the president's house.
So what did they want? What was the whole point of all that?
I mean, like naked pictures, I guess. I don't know.
What
We
if
don't
it
know.
was Biden trying to take Trump off the board so he doesn't have to run against him?
How does
He
that
does
take
have
him off?
because he's in charge of the FBI. He can if he can plant evidence and arrest him. Like
Well,
that's
they're
how
not.
you would do it.
They don't seem to be making any statements about it. Like,
No, I'm just saying, like they could.
I don't know that Biden has the executive authority to tell the Department of Justice
he
to tell
does.
the FBI.
Shit,
To
man.
do Jesus, Mike. How many QAnon boards have you been on
I'm
lately?
saying that our government has killed presidents.
Also, that's exactly what he said. Trump said was that they planted it on him before
Maybe
then
they
he gave
did.
three other then before he gave like three other excuses. But I'm just saying, like, all you're saying is exactly what he did.
So like what? But what was the papers though? Like what is it? He had like
We don't know yet.
Like nuclear codes or something.
It's probably
Possibly.
It's probably something that if you are a political junkie, it's inflammatory. But for us, it just looks like fucking words on a page.
They released the list and they can't, and a lot of it is just labeled as like top secret. And like some of the stuff was like super top secret.
I bet it was the phone
Extra
number.
double.
I bet it was the phone number to Jeffrey Epstein's new house, wherever they were located him alive and well.
So they go back to Kona's area, Kona's camp, and they're thinking about the fact that Amsad is always there. And Kona looks over his shoulder and goes, "Oh shit, there he is!"
Yep, he just wants to be a part of the family.
Yeah, he's actually just hanging out, watching them in their camp.
I mean, he had those kids in his mouth and he didn't kill them. The cat has
Yeah.
done nothing to them. He
Yeah.
protected
Yeah.
them from a T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's a good cat. They're planning on killing this cat for no reason.
Well, again, everyone on this island, as we're about to see, is a sociopath. It's pretty fucked up. So then they start making plans. And like, all right, we got to kill this cat that did nothing wrong.
The Kona's like, these kids are cramping Kona's style.
And so they start floating ideas. And what's his name? The grandpa guy asks Kona for like, well, what do you think we should do? Like, this is your island. What do you think we should
Yeah.
do?
I
And
think we should box the cat.
Well, he proceeds to shoot down every idea Kona has.
Yes.
God, you're stupid, Kona.
You
You know, if I
stupid
gave,
fucking ideas.
they kind of like, I realize it was just the creases in his face, but they kind of gave the grandpa like those glasses with that bar that connects the two eyepieces.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and then he'll look like George H.W. Bush.
Speaking of murdering presidents,
That's right.
Yeah.
You fucking did it, dude.
he did it. I saw it. I saw that
I
Zapruder
did it.
film. So they finally stumble on the idea that maybe they can poison him. And like, well, we don't have any poison, but maybe we can figure something out, you know?
Yep. And then there's Kona fantasizing about murder.
Yes. The grandpa also says there are 9 ways, as they say back home, to skin a cat, which isn't what they say. Nobody's ever said that.
He goes, I've skinned a lot of cats in my day, and I mean a lot. So let's go skin the biggest cat we can.
Exactly 9 ways to do it. Yeah.
Are you with me, Kona? Kona with you.
Yeah. Kona got nothing else to do.
Here, Kona is played by Gene Simmons.
He's got Gene Simmons' nose and eyebrow ridge. Yeah. Well, I would say the kids aren't totally innocent in this because they kind of pig pile on a bit because they're like, all right, well, maybe we can sedate him. And then the kids go, well, maybe we can also set him on fire.
Yeah, the kids are sociopaths.
And then the girl, I swear, the boy says maybe add some to the recipe, add some fire. And then the girl says maybe water too, just for balance. And then the boy says maybe we should cut off its dick and shove it in its mouth and slap it around a bit too.
Yep.
Really rub its nose in it. Yeah.
And then Captain Planet showed up.
Yep. And he goes, like, guys, get out the lawnmower. I need a haircut.
You guys are super fucked up.
And then, but it's a gas powered mower and it kills him.
You know, his tolerance has to be very low for these things.
And then Kona says, anyway, back to story. One of the kids raises his hand and goes, where's our dad?
Kona's wig falls off.
Yeah, right. He's really trying to avoid child support. He went out to the woods.
Kona just had to straighten out a lot of things in Kona's head. Kona had to figure out what was right for Kona.
Kona, glad your stepdad is a good guy.
Yeah, right.
There's a grandpa.
Grandpa's looking young too, so he had his daughter young.
Yeah, he's got that salt and pepper. He looks really good.
And those two kids are almost the same height as the parents. Except look how tiny the grandpa is in the foreground, and then how giant Kona is.
Now, this is a weird panel where the perspective is way off, and then they superimpose an actual image of like a screeching cat, like a real photocopied image of a cat in the middle of this. Really weird.
And it looks like that guy's stepping on his dick.
Yeah, he is. That's why the cat's yelling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a kid. They're psychos.
Yeah, the kid just stomps on it too.
You like that, don't you, Amsat?
Little shit. I'm stepping on his balls, Mommy.
That's good, dear.
Step on him harder, son. Get him.
Get both of them. Make sure you get them both.
Stop that cat's dick.
We can't have it reproducing.
Kona's like, this is Kona's best birthday ever.
This is all Kona ever wanted.
Guys, we're going to Kona's Island for his birthday. We're going to play Stomp the Cat Dick.
It's so
Yay!
excited.
I think we should light him on fire, too.
And they fight about whether or not going to set him on fire or drown him. I mean, kids. We're going to kill him both ways.
We're going to kill this cat every way we can. Yeah. Feed him to sharks.
They get so excited.
Spoiler.
Yeah, let's
Mommy,
see.
I want to wear the cat's dick as a necklace. You got it.
I'm beginning to think everyone on the island just likes to kill things.
Yeah, they're monsters.
It seems like it.
I'm so glad that anytime I've seen an animal die, it was emotionally devastating to me because that's like the ultimate sociopath test.
Look at that cat. Look how like fearful the cat is they're now burning down his jungle.
Yeah, so
hoping to kill the cat.
The plan they come up with is to start a fire and push the cat out to the sea.
Yes. And the cat looks so sad and scared.
The cat's like, dude, I'm taking a nap. What's the problem here?
What if when they show up on the island, the cat finally thinks to itself, oh my God, the humans have returned. I can go home.
Yeah. I want to put an aside here real fast is that I keep looking down a lot because Demo came into the room that I'm recording in because we all don't record in the same space. And started doing biscuits for like many minutes and it's just cuddled up and being super cute.
Buttering you up.
He is, but it's also helping a little bit with how sad this comic is.
He doesn't.
It's like he came in to be a support animal.
He probably heard you say cat a bunch of times.
I wouldn't kill you.
It's also after dinner time now, so maybe he's just ready to.
Demo just hears cat and goes, oh, yes.
Yeah, probably me. I don't know.
Well, now he's just laying over his paw, super cute, and just being super cute.
Yep.
Oh man, he's working you. He's working you so hard.
He wants something.
He wants you to step on his dick and light him on fire.
You can waterboard me too. So they start this fire, and then Grandpa has made a drug out of some vines he found, like a sedative. All right, fine,
from Kona's personal stash of opium.
If all they need to do was hit the cat with a sedative, like he's napping a lot. He naps like 18 hours a day. Just just hit him when he's napping.
I just don't understand why they're trying to kill the cat. Like, what is the cat's done nothing to them.
No.
Well, because they have seemed to determine that if they don't kill the cat will kill them.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just decided it.
The cat was raised by humans.
Yeah.
They could just try to make friends with the cat.
The cat probably has been waiting for people this entire time.
They didn't even try. They just immediately saw a cat and started trying to kill it.
I don't know. Did they try maybe giving the cat a little scratch?
Yeah.
Nope.
A little scratch behind the ear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and get him some catnip, get him all fucked up on that.
Stick your hand out so he can give you a little bump with his snoot.
Oh, yeah, let them rub against your shins. It's great.
Yeah, right?
No. So instead, they're going to destroy the land
Yes.
in order to kill this cat.
Yeah.
And then leave the island. And then just
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
decide.
they have to leave the island because they didn't think about how to stop the brush fire that they started.
So they just, for no reason, want to kill this cat.
The giant cat police show up to arrest him for cat murder.
Yeah. And then we have another picture of a giant splash page of a terrified AMSAT falling into the lake, I guess.
Yeah, being burned alive.
Yeah, he looks great.
Poor kittykins.
And look how happy Gene Simmons is.
Look how terrified he is.
Look at that cat. It's like a drawing, like a medieval drawing.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
Where they put human faces on them.
Whoa, look at that, guys. The cat's burning.
So yeah, they're burning the cat, and then they go ahead and they make like an arrow, and they put the sedative in it, and they tell Kona, all right, well, Kona, you're the jungle man, so you know how to deal with this, so you need to go over there and you need to administer the sedative, which Kona, I'm sure he does not know how to do, but he's faking it.
And before they do that, though, since it's on an arrow tip, they pass it around and give themselves a little scratch so they can get a buzz.
Just a little bit, just to amp yourself up for
Can
the
I
coming
get cut
battle.
too, Mommy? You sure can. We're going to burn a cat.
Yeah. We're all fucked up. We get fucked up
can't-
as a family.
Can't burn a cat alive without getting a little fucked up first.
Kona wants a little, and they don't let him have it. You
Ain't
have
that
to
right,
work,
Kona? That is right.
Kona, you have to work first. Maybe afterwards, if there's any left.
He's not a simp.
Kill that cat
Don't be
first.
putting that on his character.
Kona is pathetic.
No, Kona won't be interested in that woman and her children.
Well, wait, are we going with the narrative that he's their parent? That he's their father? Like what?
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, he wants. Yeah, but he's the
Keep your
father
lore
who
straight.
he's the father who abandoned them and went to pretend to be a caveman and wore a wig.
Like, oh shit! I better wear a stupid wig so they don't recognize me.
Well, maybe he's just trying to get away from this family of sociopaths.
I mean, it's a dangerous group.
You think the mother and the grandfather recognize him, or are they just like they really don't know that he's their father?
They're trying to get him to admit it. They don't want to bust him. They want him to feel guilty and admit it.
They
but he
go there
won't
to
do it.
get him.
Yeah,
But he's been breeding giant cats. Wouldn't he die of the radiation too? Shouldn't they all?
Yep.
It happened on the other side of the island.
Yeah, and here's an image of Kona running through some weed.
Yeah, yep. Going, oh shit.
Don't want to mess
And,
up his crop. He accidentally lit his crop on fire.
That should have put the kitty to sleep.
Oh no. And then he grabs a dead rabbit.
Yeah.
Which would be sadder if it was identifiable and didn't just look like a brown mush.
And he just like rips its head off with his teeth.
Kind of. So he
Almost.
goes swimming up to AMSAT, who doesn't know what to do, and he goes ahead and he shoots the sedative arrow at AMSAT, and then he guts the dead rabbit and spills its blood into the ocean.
Oh, so that the sharks.
Sharks.
A few panels back up, when he like jumps off of a rock to like land on another rock, he most likely would have just slipped and cracked his head on that rock and died.
Well, and he's not wearing shoes. The impact alone is gonna fuck up his knees.
Yeah, you
I
know,
would have been okay with that because he just decides to fucking kill a cat.
Look at like right there in the bottom left panel, like he lands on it. He just slips, his feet come right out from under him, and he just smacks the base of his head, and then drowns in the water.
It's an 18-foot drop onto a stone on his bare feet.
Get the fuck out of here, Kona.
Well, also, he's 60 years old. His bone density is deteriorating already.
He's the same age as the grandfather, despite impregnating that grandfather's daughter.
Yeah, well, the daughter's
Twice.
like 25 because that's just kind of what he's into.
Yeah. I mean, who isn't?
I mean,
She was
look,
working through some daddy issues.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's all legal. Unless it's
That's
been going
right.
on for 10 years, then it's a problem. Yeah, the kid is
Yeah.
like 10 years old. That might be a problem.
Don't worry about it. Shut up.
The law. It's the law of the island.
It's Japanese rules.
So the sharks come looking, and
Sharks come looking.
they come a looking, and they and Amsat sees all this and sees what he thinks are just giant fish.
Yep.
And Amsat fucking loves fish.
Yeah, and he starts just splashing at him with his paws.
Yeah, and he forgets the fact that he's dying and that there's a brush fire behind him,
Yep.
and dives in.
Yep.
Yeah, he goes in. He's gonna eat that shark.
Yeah. And the cat, it literally is though just a house cat bigger.
You know, you'd think if he was exposed to radiation, he would be mutated in some way other than just being bigger.
He wouldn't have gotten bigger. He would have died.
He would have died, or at least like he would have had some cancerous bulges. You know, a lump on some. No, he's fine. He's adorable.
Yeah, he's adorable. It made him extra adorable. He had the radioactive power to be even more cute.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's his true power.
And that's why he had to die.
Yep, and he just latched on to some shark's tail.
And then we get another great splash page of him underwater, eyes wide open, just eating the shit out of this
high
shark.
on that sedative from that arrow.
Yeah. Well, they say that he's dying from the sedative, but he still just wants that fish so bad.
Maybe they should have gave him catnip.
Yeah, that would have knocked him out for a bit.
No,
and
if that would have worked, he would have rolled around in the weed when he was running through it.
And he would have accidentally batted the head off one of the kids.
Oops, shit.
Oopsie.
So yeah, he keeps eating these sharks, but he starts dying. He can't keep his shit together.
Yeah.
And
here they are celebrating on the boat they could have just got on and left it with.
Yep.
And they're leaving anyway.
So God decides to fuck him and throw in a sea monster.
No, that's them
ends-
tripping on the sedative from the arrow cut they gave each other.
Well, and that marijuana farm that they just set on fire that they've been breathing in for the past hour. Yeah.
That laser lettuce.
Yeah, that laser lettuce they got in their lungs. That's what it does. That's a side effect of the marijuana poisoning. And then they see a giant sea serpent, which I guess we'll find out about next time, or we won't.
No, we won't at all.
It also says the great body of Ansat, because the sharks ended up kind of eating him and killing him. And it says the great body of Ansat drifted like a corpse, like a corpse, like a corpse, only with a body instead of whatever it would normally be.
Yep.
And all ended happily, except that they forgot to think about how to put out that massive fire.
You think when they landed on the island the first time, they knew something was wrong when they found gigantic cat turds in the beach?
No, they just thought they were rock. They thought they were like volcanic rocks.
What is that?
You ever seen volcanic rocks? It just looks like giant cat shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
More
probably
things
the history
the government
of the world.
is hiding from you. You guys would know about these things if you made sure to take your Alex Jones supplements.
My Q pills.
What's that silver that they sell?
Centrum Silver?
No.
Well, Kona takes Centrum Silver for sure.
Yeah, he does.
They had to, it was genuine. They were doing it and they were selling it as like a COVID cure and stuff, and they had to tell them
really?
to stop.
And look, COVID got cured.
Yeah, it's over. It's like it was never here. All right, but that's not the end of the fun. We got more fun coming up, even though that's the end of that story.
Yeah, because that was super fun.
Then we
Just
got-
this
I had a
random Swiss Family Robinson murders a house cat.
Then we've got an essay about the history of cats and dogs, and I guess it's like maybe a fifth grader's essay, because it says, so the start of it says, what's as old as the hills, the war between cats and dogs? But it's not really as old as the hills, because according to biblical legend, the hills were created on the first day, cats and dogs were created until the fifth or sixth day. So why did you start your essay with that? Why would you start your essay with
I
something
really
that you
think this
immediately-
writer just fucking hates cats.
and working, apparently, and writing.
What you think? Like the whoever wrote this forced it into the comic. Like, listen, I wrote this biblical essay about cats and dogs, and the kids need to know about how God created these animals.
Well, back in the day, yeah, you could just say like, kids needed to know more about their Bible studies, and you'd get a deal.
Adam owned the first cat. Adam from the Garden of Eden, created by God.
Yeah, so that's the idea. Is like Adam had a cat and a dog, and then the cat and the dog were friends, but they couldn't find food, so they agreed that the dog would go out looking for food in the wild, and the cat would stay with Adam for some reason, and they would never, their paths would never cross again.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for the cat, though, Adam's main source of entertainment was stepping on the cat's nuts.
Well, some cats seem to like it. We just
That
read
was
a
the
great story
origin
about
of the stepping on the cat's nuts game.
Yeah. That great birthday game that we all played as kids, right?
Yep. Created by
Pin the
God.
stiletto on the cat's nuts. So the dog goes out looking for food, but he can't find any food, and he starts staying with other animals, but they don't want him around because he's a smelly fucking dog, right?
Yeah.
So they
I
kick him
agree.
out.
Very based.
Yeah, and one day he's like, "All right, I know I said I wouldn't come back, but I'm pretty fucked here. So can I come stay with you again, Adam?" And Adam's like, "Yeah, fine, I don't care, whatever."
He goes, go stay with my stupid son, Seth. Seth, here's a mongrel for you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
But the cat was angry about this and said, like, "Well, no, you were never supposed to be in here. You were never supposed to come back." And the cat wouldn't accept it. So they've been enemies ever since.
Yep. You know what? That sounds really real.
Yeah, well, it's from the Bible, so of course it's real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
The Bible's more believable than that fucked up dinosaur.
it's the Bible. It says it's real, so it's real. I mean,
Flappy Arms Osaurus.
The Carnotaurus, the greatest dinosaur that ever existed, maybe.
That didn't exist. Let's look up. Is the Carnotaurus fake?
Okay, all right.
Let's see if it's fake.
Carnotaurus.
Here's the thing. I looked it up earlier, and on Wikipedia it says it's like one of the most looked at because it.
But there was
it's
only
hilarious.
the one skeleton.
Click on the Wikipedia.
All right, here you go. Look at this.
Let's see if it's fake.
Click all kinds of things. I mean, it's not going to say, yeah, it's fake. It's not going to just say that.
Wait, no, go back up. I want to point out what I was saying.
Wait,
You gotta
let's
play the
point
Jonathan Franks. It never happened.
out.
It never happens.
It's one of the best understood theropods from the southern hemisphere.
You know who says that? The guy who's really doubling down on this.
He's
fake-ass
really,
dinosaur.
he wants this in the books bad.
Theropods include emus,
He's like, I looked at this thing longer than anyone has ever looked at the skeleton of a dinosaur.
I
That
love
makes it real.
I got it 100% right.
I didn't leave any bones behind that would explain its arms.
I didn't have a hole in my bag and lost some bones on the airplane. No.
Those are the bones he had, right, from all these different places, and it wasn't enough, so he just put them all together hastily and goes, oh,
dude.
see,
Mike, that's
look
what
I discovered."
happened. That's what happened.
Pretty sure this is a chicken bone.
That is what happened in history. That's why all the dinosaur skeletons were fucked up.
And not real. The dragons. Just say that you found some dragons.
I mean, the world would be more exciting if we just
Come
accepted
on.
dragons.
I seen Game of Thrones. There's dragons.
You know, that great documentary.
Yeah, the historical
Yeah.
account. They'll have phones. That's how they filmed it.
So we have another story here, and we're going to do it by gum, with a character called Anak?
By cum.
No idea.
By cum. So in this story,
Sold.
this is about a little boy, a little 7-year-old boy who landed, his plane crashed. I guess he was just by himself. Oh, no, his father died.
He was flying the plane.
It's flying the plane, you know.
He was,
He was being naughty. Took the plane. Hey, somebody stop that kid!
I mean, this fucking ape could have crashed the plane.
So yeah, he landed on this island, and so there's a snake, a serpent king, and a great ape named Thoth, and they're fighting over who gets to educate this little boy.
Yep.
All right.
And one wants to teach him flat Earth theory. The other one wants to teach him about made-up dinosaurs. I don't think either of you are right.
Then we see what the serpent king Naga would have taught him, and would have taught him all sorts of cool things about killing people with your stare and protecting jewels from white men.
Yeah, I don't think I need to know this.
Yeah, this isn't going to be helpful. Do you get a lot of jewel thieves on this abandoned island?
I'm behind on my reading.
I don't know math. I'm 7. I'm
I'm
father's
talking to
dead.
a snake.
My father just died in a fiery plane crash. I think I need a therapist more than anything.
So who taught this kid? So the snake taught him how to do the hypnotism stare?
No. You didn't read carefully enough.
Because
You're
the
ignorant.
snake's talking to him.
No, you're ignorant. You're ignorant. This is all the fantasy of if the snake. So the snake and the ape had to fight to see who got to educate Anak, and the
And
ape
Anak's the
won.
little boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anak's the little boy.
I think
ape
the little boy
won.
died in the plane crash, and now he's in hell.
I think I'm in hell. This is terrible. So the ape won, but this is a glimpse of what it would be like if the snake had won.
Oh, I see. So it's like a choose your own adventure for morons.
Yeah. Except the book tells you very clearly what did happen, which is that the ape won.
And here's
Yeah.
here's the ape profiling for our Twitter.
Yeah, it is a super fucking creepy picture.
It's not a realistic looking ape at all. They made
know,
up
it's
For
the
like
how
thing.
realistic the cat was, yeah.
It's like how they made up that dinosaur.
Yeah, it's just like the Carnotaurus. Yeah, it's the
that
Carnotaurus
shit ain't
of
real,
apes.
bro. Did you guys hear about that dinosaur that's not real?
And so then Thoth, the ape, takes Anak to see their statue of Buddha. And the ape thinks that the statue of Buddha looks a lot like Anak because it's the only 2 humans he's ever seen.
Yeah, and then Anna calls him racist.
Yeah, and like, dude, I don't fucking look like that.
He's like, "Do you think I look like that?" And he slaps him hard across the face.
Look, I just came to this island to find my dad.
Right, his name's Kona.
Yeah, he's been skipping on his child support payments. Have you seen that guy?
He's got a bunch of family. That's why he left.
I hope he found those cigarettes.
What if they go back to Kona's cave and it's just full of unopened boxes of cigarettes? Like, I found all the cigarettes, my boy. Wow.
And you have to smoke them all tonight, Anak.
Because your mom told me she caught you smoking, and that's why I've done all this.
What a weird punishment. Did anyone actually do that where they made the kid smoke like a whole carton of cigarettes. Isn't that that's just gonna get you addicted to cigarettes?
Oh, that's what happened in King of the Hill.
I was about to say that's what King of the Hill taught me.
Did Bobby get addicted to cigarettes? I don't remember.
They
the
all
episode.
did. Everyone did.
We can watch the episode if you want, James.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's watch that episode.
I
should
don't know
watch
if we
it right
acknowledged
now.
on the show how much I love King of the Hill.
We do
We
enjoy
all
King of the
love
Hill.
King of the Hill.
Yeah.
There's a
I was
little
watching
for
King
you.
of the Hill before I came to
We got a
record.
few of them. I got a few. I actually have a rotator of Bois files.
Ah!
A whole bunch of them.
Nice.
I haven't seen the new Beavis and Butthead yet. I haven't watched it.
It's
I enjoyed
good.
it.
And I haven't
Very
seen
much.
the movie yet either.
The movie sets up the reason why they're in 2022, but they're still acting like they're in 1995 or 1997 ish.
Hey, just like me.
Yeah.
Just like all of us, kind of.
I enjoy the new Beavis and Butthead quite a bit. I think they did a great job of updating it just a little bit, but it's still them. I think
Yeah.
they did a really good job of balancing
They're still
that.
playing Guar videos.
They do some music. Well, they're only going to do current things. They're not going to watch a Guar video from 30 years ago.
Guar still does stuff. They're
Well,
current.
maybe they have. I don't know. I haven't seen, but they do some music videos, but they also look at like TikToks and things, which my knee-jerk reaction was, oh, that's not going to be funny at all. It's actually pretty fucking funny. There's a video of them watching a TikTok of an inmate showing you how to make ink for prison tattoos.
Yeah.
So they look at shit like that. It's pretty good.
Okay. Just go back to. I guess I'll watch it.
It's pretty funny. It's a lot of those clips are on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
very, very funny. I enjoy it very much. Whatever. I'm sure somebody's going to bitch about it and say that it's not true to the Beavis and Butthead canon, but
Yeah, no, they randomly found those
nerds.
bones. They don't know if that's real.
all right. Not sure where that came from. All right.
The dinosaur.
Beavis and Butthead isn't real. Well, just because they found some bones and put them together, we're supposed to believe that's real?
Found some bones and it turned into a Beavis and Butthead script. Yes.
That shit's a cartoon, bro.
I did like that in the first episode back, they went hard into the fire. Because wasn't that the whole big deal
Yeah.
when it was on the air?
Yeah, they
first
had
time?
a big issue with fire, and they were trying to pin Beavis and Butthead on being responsible for a lot of bad behavior from kids. And so
I mean, fair.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it was just justification. I think it was the same thing with comic books. Is kids learned in the 50s that they could just blame comic books and they would get out of trouble, and so they blamed like they weren't even reading comic books. They were just blaming them.
When I was a kid, I would see things on TV and then go do them.
Well, that's you though.
No, that's what every kid does.
I don't know, man.
That's why they have to take away certain wrestling moves.
I didn't do that shit. But yeah, in the new Beavis and Butthead, there's a Beavis solo adventure where he meets the spirit of fire in a dumpster.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's where you meet it.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't it be? So anyway, they're looking at this Buddha statue, and Thoth is getting ready to make his move. He's putting his arm around Anak. He's getting real in close.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, a tiger jumps out and starts beating the shit out of this gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it turns out that the gorilla is kind of a simp, and Anak isn't turned on anymore.
Nope.
Oh,
Not at
God.
all.
Never was.
This beta gorilla. I don't think I can get with that.
Yeah, all gorillas aren't silverbacks or betas.
Yeah, some of them are. And so it turns out this whole time, the Serpent King, he was hanging out on the Buddha statue. He's like, well, here's my chance to swoop in, and he jumps in and he kills this tiger and rescues the gorilla.
That's 2 cats.
Yeah, 2 dead cats.
We've killed 2 cats in this book.
2 who again weren't doing anything wrong,
Nada.
just trying to exist.
And by us speaking it aloud, it exists somewhere in the multiverse.
Yeah, I'm glad to know. And that's how that ended. So I guess the gorilla and the serpent decided to like co-parent this kid.
Yeah.
They're gonna Eiffel Tower the kid. I don't know what's going on.
Dude,
I don't know what's going on.
That's a kid, bro. Too far.
Yeah. Speaking of Captain Planet, do we need to go back to the Captain Planet episode and your crush on who was it? Mati? Mati?
Yeah, Mati.
Yeah, Mike's crush on a 12-year-old boy.
First of all, I thought Mati was a 25-year-old woman
No, you wanted
No,
him
you-
to be.
because I dated a 25-year-old woman who looked exactly like.
Yeah.
No, you were not trying to sell it as a.
You were trying to sell me on that fake dinosaur earlier.
No. I mean, it's a more interesting life when you believe in dinosaurs.
I'm not saying I don't believe in dinosaurs. I said I don't believe in that dinosaur.
So then we have a little one-page black and white where we hear about how cats predict the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on which testicle they lick, I guess.
Yeah. Things they don't teach anymore in those liberal schools.
How to interpret cat language to figure out the weather.
Yeah.
That's kind of all there is to
Don
it.
Jr.
Yeah, we got Alan Moore reading one of his magic books while a cat licks its claws in the background.
Yeah, Alan Moore. That guy really doesn't like his name on shit.
No, he wants nothing to do with anything.
I'd be like, give me my money.
But well, he's already rich. He's wealthy.
I thought he lived in a shack in some
I think he
town.
lives in a castle.
I doubt it.
I don't know, man. He's a rich motherfucker.
He is pretty awesome, though.
He's one of the best. He's just also kind of an ass, but I guess those things go hand in hand a lot of the time.
I
Right?
can relate.
Yeah. And then the last page here is called Beware the Kitty Cat.
Yep. So we kill one fucking more just to
Yep.
make sure that we end with it.
Yep. First, the cat comforts itself with its plush hug cat toy doll as he reads a threatening note left on his door with a knife.
Yeah, that's
Get out of the
image.
neighborhood, you fucking cat.
We don't want your kind. Yeah, so this is a story about how cats would hang out with witches and do their bidding, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And some king died on his way back with jewels and such they'd stolen from indigenous peoples. And this witch, who seems to be kind of the hero of the story, used some sort of witchy, hexy voodoo to kill the king remotely, and then the cat had to go down with the ship on this.
Yeah, killed the king with Zoom.
Yeah, teleconference. I felt like I was dying over Zoom before. Am I right?
I took the I took the
Yeah.
story as the cats got used to being worshipped by the Egyptians, and then when the Middle Ages came, they were confused that no one liked them anymore.
Yeah. So this was the cat justification. This was cats rewriting history.
And this cat's like, what the hell happened?
So we didn't do shit.
We didn't
One
do
cat?
anything different.
One cat worked with a witch, and now we all have to suffer. Fuck, get fucked. All of you get fucked,
Yeah, it's
humans.
just stupid. Yeah, stupid.
So yeah, and that was kind of the end of it. And then this witch killed a cat. The witch killed the cat that helped it for some reason.
That's
I don't know why
3.
that happened. Yep, that's the rule of 3. We have 3 dead cats. That means we can end the show.
We got 3. We got 3 cool cats right here.
Yeah, dumb. And that's kind of how this public domain adventure ends.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very fair use.
It was very fair use.
So fair.
What'd we think of this?
This book was terrible. And my biggest problem with it is that we're doing Septembersaurus and there's no dinosaurs in this book.
Well, okay. There's no dinosaurs that you'll acknowledge. There's no dinosaurs that I choose to believe exist.
There's only Chunky Boy.
Yeah, there's a chonker.
Yeah, Chonkersaurus. That's a
Shée-
real dinosaur.
I
mean,
thought
I
you
guess-
said you loved this book, Mike.
That was an hour and a half
My
ago.
continuity's all fucked up.
Yeah. Shée, what'd you think of this book?
I didn't like it at all. It's very sad, and 3 fucking cats got murdered.
They all had it coming. One was worshiping. One was colluding with Satan in a rebellious woman.
So it's like a 4 out of 5 for you, Shée?
If you give this thing a 4 out of 5,
Right.
I'm quitting.
One was a tiger trying to kill a boy.
Well, I mean, it was pretty much a perfect comic book. So 5 out of 5 feline vomitings.
Oh,
No, not on the rug, not on the rug. Oh, right on the rug.
Disgusting.
Right on the fucking rug.
Cats are disgusting.
It's my own fault. It's my own fault.
Yeah, cats aren't supposed to live on rugs, bro. They throw up everywhere.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
So, I mean, I don't know what you expect. You're forcing it to live in your house. You have rugs, and they throw up.
I have found cat vomit, we'll say significantly after the fact.
What do you, what do you expect?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
not mad. I'm not.
What do they say when, you do the same thing over and over again expecting different results?
Well, they say that's the definition of insanity, but that's not true. That's
Shouldn't you
dumb.
just get rid of all the rugs and stuff so your cat can just vomit?
Well, I mean, the
willy-nilly?
problem I'm having with the rugs is I spill shit on it, like today, like this right before we started recording. So
What if your
that's a bigger
cat's looking at
problem.
you and is saying, "See, you fuck it up too"?
I was sitting down for a nice, relaxing mug of cat vomit, and I spilled it all over the fucking rug.
He looks so cute right now.
Demo's a good boy. Demo's a really good boy.
Yeah, too bad we gotta burn him to death.
No. He's the one that gets to survive.
And he colludes with rebellious women.
Yeah, he's the one who's sucked up to the humans, so he gets to stick around.
Yeah.
All right.
That's kind of like paying taxes. You only do it as long as you do that.
I just don't want to be killed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, isn't it funny that we pay 30% to stay out of jail?
30%.
Or was it 26?
Well, it depends on your bracket, but 30%, you're making you're a 1%er, my friend.
30%? Isn't it like 26%? I think it's 26.
Mike's people don't realize Mike is secretly a 1%er. He has a rich father who's been trust funding him this whole time.
Yep. That explains my lifestyle.
Yeah,
I
I was
know a
about
lot
to
of-
say, and that explains why it took till now for Mike to get a camera.
Yeah. We finally see Mike for the first time.
Yeah, ever.
I don't care
You're
for it.
handsome.
Do not.
I know.
Do not want to do it this way again.
I know, I'm
Do
a
not
Chad.
like All right.
I gotta say though, the white in my beard makes it look like I have a handlebar mustache.
Oh,
I do,
you know, you
yeah.
look like the dad from American Chopper.
No.
Remember that guy? The Walrus Man? That was big for a while. Okay. Well, we wrap that up. Want to talk about it next time?
Yeah. What did we in chat? You were telling me like, all right, make sure that we pick the dinosaur
I was just
book.
say,
And
we're
I was
in
like,
agreement.
I just ignored it.
And
didn't
nobody
do it.
commented. So I guess we're going to do the thing that we were talking about, which is actually, I think, a leftover from last Septembersaurus that we didn't use because we thought it'd be too stupid. But I
Well,
guess,
I know. I clearly didn't say that.
well, I guess what we're doing next time, and God help us all, we're doing the Dinosaurs TV show comic book adaptation.
Fantastic. Why there is one, who knows?
Well, because there was money to be made. So we're going to do this Dinosaurs comic.
I'm sure no one ever said that about making comic books.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fuck it up. You know, who cares? Just let it be. Stop picking it apart.
Yep.
Yeah,
Story
so
about a violent baby.
this is from the what do I say? Puppet? What do we say?
Yeah,
'Cause
they're
it was-
puppets. There's
they're
a puppet
puppets.
show on
It was a-
ABC on like TGIF.
Yeah, called Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it was
Great
about a dinosaur who was crushed under dinosaur capitalists and had to go to work every day.
Yeah.
Imagine The Simpsons, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, and not funny.
Dinosaurs, I think, was funny if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, we should
liked it.
we should check it out. I guarantee you it has not aged well, and you're like, this is fucking dumb.
That
I
might
think
be
you
true,
might be
but-
surprised. I think you might be surprised.
I
but
know
yes,
the
we should
last
check it out.
episode they all get wiped out.
The last
Yeah.
episode is a story about global
It's almost
warming.
as sad as this issue of Kona.
I know the baby shivering to death. That was the best.
The last thing in the show is a baby dying because global warming is coming. Oh, global cooling.
What
I don't know
happened
they were
was
calling it.
no. What happened? At first, they because of his job as a tree pusher, they pushed down all the forests, which causes acid rain. And what happens? So they cause acid rain. It destroys the forests. So they decide to do something to make it not rain anymore. And so they like put a bunch of explosives in their volcanoes, which causes a nuclear winter.
So it causes a nuclear winter, and the last scene is them holing up in their house, and it starts snowing. And the baby is asking, like, are we going to die? And it's like, no, I think we'll be fine. And then you just see the snow pile up outside their house, and that's the end of the series.
Yeah, the radioactive dust.
And it was
Incredible.
meant to be the end. This wasn't like, oh,
Yeah.
and then it got canceled. Like,
No,
that
that
was
was
the
it.
written
There were
finale.
no more stories left to
I
tell.
bet they were just
Yeah.
like, fuck it, let's make whatever we want.
Dude, the fact they got away with that is incredible. That's
Right.
incredible. All right, so I'm sure the comic book is just as good, and we're going to find out about it next
Yeah.
episode.
Did you remember the episode where the son like takes a bunch of steroids?
Yep.
You remember that one?
Oh, the drug episode?
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't tell if Mike's just making shit up.
No.
It wasn't a steroids. It was like a plant. It was like a
It was
plant.
thornoids, and he would like get big and huge, but the side effects were like he'd grow thorns out of his back instead of like body hair and acne.
Awesome.
It's pretty great, dude.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's probably a surprisingly good show in retrospect. I don't know. I'm gonna watch some episodes before we
Jim
before we
Henson.
record though. Yeah, Jim
Yeah.
Henson. Shée, do you have some plugs for us?
I sure do.
Thank God. Get us out of here.
Alrighty. Meow, 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 meow. Stitcher,
right.
Apple Podcast, Spotify, and any other podcast app to subscribe to us. And you can also listen at darksidescouch.com. And meow, 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 meow. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube at Darksides Couch.
Yeah, it's spell dark side right.
Yeah, spell it right.
But
And
we're not
say it
gonna
right.
tell you how.
Darkseid.
Oh,
What
good,
drives me
'cause I
crazy is
forgot.
like people listen to the show and they still call it Dark Seeds Couch, even though they're like, I've been listening to like your show for years.
Yeah, we say it a lot.
It's like,
say it a lot.
it's Dark Side, not Dark Seed, you fucking jabroni.
You can call it Darkseid. I don't care.
No, if you do and you say it to my face, I'm gonna be like, you're a goddamn halfwit, aren't you?
Yeah, you're not allowed to listen.
And then I'll
anymore.
high five you.
Nope.
I'll high five you, but I'll high five you in a way that smacks you in the face as hard as I can.
That's not a high five, Mike. That's just slapping someone
High
in the
five!
face.
You palm them, you just palm them in the face.
I don't know how these high fives work. I don't get that. I do. I'll do a nice.
Yeah,
low
you hate high
five.
fives.
yeah,
Yeah.
we determined that.
Yeah, we determined. I got sandbagged on the high five debate from a few weeks ago. Any last comments before we get out of here?
Let's, just in case your cat turns gigantic, maybe you should burn it to death.
Yeah. Shake.
Hug your precious petties.
But not while they're on fire.
Ta-ta for now, Cushion Crusaders. We'll talk to you next time on the couch.
Daddy. It's a kitty. It's so cute.
It's too big! It's too big! It's too big!